You know, we all get a little curious about the dark web at some point, right? Well, maybe not everyone, but I figured I'd check it out for myself. Not because I was looking for anything specific. Okay, fine, I was looking for something cool. Something you couldn't just find on Amazon. Yeah, that was my first mistake. So, there I was, browsing sketchy forums like a pro hacker, which, by the way, I am not when I stumbled upon a listing that said, human soul for sale. Like, what? That has to be some kind of joke, right? I laughed it off at first, but you know how curiosity works. It wasn't even that expensive either, only 0.25 Bitcoin. Now, I'm no crypto expert, but that sounded like a bargain for a soul, so I thought, why not? Yeah, why not? Probably the last normal thought I had that day. After a few clicks and a transaction that felt way too easy, I got a message. It said, "The soul will arrive in 3 days. Be prepared." Not shipped, no tracking number, just arrives. Like it's a package, but no, this wasn't UPS, folks. No, this was some ethereal Amazon Prime. Fast forward to day 3. I'm hanging out, watching Netflix like any sane person trying to avoid thinking about the fact they just bought a soul when suddenly my lights flicker. It was one of those horror movie moments where you know something really bad is about to happen. But I'm sitting there like, nah, it's probably just a power outage. But then, the doorbell rings. Okay, let me set the scene, it's midnight. I live alone. I'm not expecting pizza or anything, so who the hell is at my door? I peek through the peephole, and of course there's no one there. I swear I could hear my heart pounding in my chest. But I open the door anyway because, hey, horror movie logic, right? What do I see on my doorstep? A box. No label. No markings. Just a plain black box. It wasn't big, but when I picked it up, it felt heavy, like it was filled with bricks, or something worse. So I bring it inside and do what any idiot in a horror story would do. I open it. Inside the box was an old, rusty glass jar, sealed with wax. It didn't take a genius to figure out that this was the soul I ordered. But here's the kicker, there was nothing in the jar. Like it was completely empty. Or at least I thought it was. That's when things got weird. The second I touched the jar, my TV turned off. Then my phone screen went black, my clock stopped ticking, and the temperature in my apartment dropped about 20 degrees. At that moment, I realized I wasn't alone. You know that feeling you get when someone's standing right behind you. Yeah, multiply that by 100. And that's where I was at. I didn't want to look, but every fiber of my being was screaming that I needed to. So I turned around, and there was nothing. But I could feel it. Something was in my apartment, watching me. Then, out of nowhere, I hear this voice, soft, almost a whisper, say, "Free me." Nope, I'm out. I'm done. But of course, I wasn't. Because that jar, it was following me. I'd put it down, walk away, and the next time I'd look, it'd be right there, closer than before. On my desk. On the kitchen counter. Even in the bathroom at one point. How do you explain that to your friends? Oh yeah, sorry I'm late. My haunted jar of a human soul wouldn't stop stalking me, honestly. I considered calling a priest or an exorcist, but you try explaining. Hey father, I kinda bought a soul off the internet. Can you fix that? But the situation went from funny to terrifying when I started hearing it. Every night, at 3 a.m., the whispering would start again. Free me, over and over again. And when I didn't respond, things would move in my apartment. Chairs would scrape across the floor by themselves. Doors would open and slam shut. I even caught my fridge door swinging open on its own one night. So, after a week of sleepless nights and constant torment, I finally gave in. I grabbed the jar, smashed the wax seal, and opened it. And that's when I saw it, the soul. It wasn't like a ghost or anything you see in movies. It was more like smoke. Black, swirling smoke that poured out of the jar and disappeared. Just like that. I thought maybe, finally it was over. But then, I heard the whisper. Only this time it was inside my head. "Thank you," it said. And then, silence. I wish I could tell you that was the end of it. But ever since that night, I've been seeing things, shadowy figures, always out of the corner of my eye. I hear footsteps when I'm alone. And worst of all, the whispering. It never really stopped. It's quieter now, but every once in a while, late at night, I'll still hear it. Free me. And I wonder, did I really set it free? Or did I just let it in? So yeah, maybe don't go browsing the dark web at 3 a.m. Just order some pizza or something instead. Trust me, it's a safer choice.